Dragon. That's right. We've got a dragon. They only don't mistake them. They don't do that tongue thing. That was weak.
It's okay.
Welcome to Top Rope Spoilers for Clash at the Castle, Scotland. Coming up this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm Steve with On the Ring Apron over here in my recliner of power. Over on the couch of wisdom over there is Alyssa and Kia, respectively. Y'all say hello.
Hello.
Is this the energy level we're going to have for the show?
No, it'll get
It'll
there.
pick up, we hope.
But I got the itis, so y'all just take that as y'all will.
Oh, for the love of...
And
Well,
for
I mean, Cody's getting to come to the cookout. She's got the itis, so, it just seems fitting, right?
For all my people that know what that is, y'all understand what I'm talking about.
And for those of you who don't know it, you can have someone else explain it to you.
Yeah. Get you a black friend.
Wow.
No, for real.
Jeez. Either way, trying to figure out our thing here because the frames per second are not cooperating with that secondary camera. There we go. Now we got a good one, methinks. There we go. Takes a second when you're trying to run two of these at once. Plus, you've got the moving dragon over in the corner. But either way, we're going to here to discuss Clash at the Castle, another UK-based premium live event for WWE. We just got done coming back from Battleground over at the UFC Apex. Alyssa and I had a blast. I went viral. I am now apparently hashtag Kaylani guy now, but I'm not going to complain if that gets me into more doors and gets me to do more media. I'm thrilled to do it, so thank you to anybody from WWE or from NXT that might be watching the show. We do have a sponsor for this one. Thank you again to Dunkin' Donuts. As you can see, your tea has been devoured mostly by our soon-to-be 6-year-old, so Dunkin'.
Oh,
give us free stuff. You know what my excitement was? Y'all want to know what my excitement was? Seeing y'all on TV.
Bye. I like a sardine in the damn can. I don't want to hear it.
That was my...
I'm just sitting here like a big green, like fruit snack or something.
I'm not going to lie. I went back and started looking at people's TikToks and found you. I watched your faces for the whole thing because they had your... She went viral too, because if you go through and you look at people's TikToks and you see you in that corner... Every time we saw a different scene of her, she had a different face. And I thought she was just plain. No, she wasn't.
No, her facial expressions tell more stories than her words ever could.
My faces were on too. I know it. I was like, Alyssa, get it together.
But that was my excitement from the house. Because I remember I even asked you, I said, where are y'all sitting? And she was able to describe it. Saw 2 sets of stairs. And then I got
stairs. Spooky stairs.
I saw 2 sets. And I did. And I said, I saw...
And then you just saw this. Because I was stuck. Also, I thought I was musty, but it wasn't me. So, dude, if you was beside me, that was not me.
One thing she ain't gonna be is smelling like earth. She don't.
This is what we signed ourselves up for, and they wonder why this goes an hour each time because we have to talk about apparently our scents, especially since we're the ones promoting everybody to bring the speed stick. First of all, it's not expensive.
First of all, the reason it goes an hour is because you like to talk.
And yet you're gabbing more than I am.
We over here kikiing. It's value. It's entertainment.
Well, the only thing that's entertaining to me right now is to take a look at that scoreboard up top. Look at that, ya boy! Thanks to Battleground back in the lead. It's been about a year and a half since I've seen the front of the pack, so everybody looking at my rear view mirror, hopefully they got a good look at the front of my car from their rear view mirrors because they're not going to see it again after this, right?
I was about to say, I hope you're enjoying it right now because you got a banana peel coming up, bitch.
Blue shell territory. That's a mark.
Enjoy it while you can.
Banana peel forthcoming. Either way,
sorry.
My Battleground score got me 20. Alyssa and the OTRAs and Kia all finishing with 2 from Battleground, so each of them stayed in the same respective they were at. Alyssa and OTRAs one behind me at 19, Kia at 17. Long way to go, but hey, I'll take the lead for right now. But let's kill the scoreboard and let's get into our first of 5 matches that are currently on the card. If we do have more, if you're interested in voting for the OTRAs poll, of course, it's all right now available on our YouTube community page at On the Ring Apron. You can see it down here. Yeah, that's right. I figured out the directioning thing now.
Lord,
so
takes the lead, and
it only
now he knows which way to go.
Wonder,
Crazy.
read between the lines, honey.
Uh-huh.
Let's move into match one. All 5 matches are championship matches, so this one's definitely an interesting live event that we don't have a single one that doesn't involve a championship title. But our first one is a triple threat tag team match for the women's tag team titles, as ultimately you end up seeing a rematch of Monday Night Raw from a couple of weeks ago, as the current incumbent champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, will defend the women's tag titles against the teams of Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark, and also against Scotland's own Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn. I think it goes without question, why Alba and Isla are in this match. Obviously, it's going to be the same reason for why Piper Niven is getting the match, because of where the premium live event is being located, but it's not to necessarily say that they're not necessarily deserving of being in the title contention picture. Shayna Baszler, of course, having pulled double duty as of late, as she attended Battleground and was subsequently defeated in a surprisingly good underground match against Lola Vice, but quickly came back and knocked Alba Fyre out via submission on Raw the next night. So you could feel the gears kind of turning here, and it really gives off the vibe between Bianca and Jade that in order for them to lose the title, they're either going to have to beat themselves, or it's going to have to be a stipulation similar to this where they're not going to have to be pinned or submitted to lose it.
Joe, I still say, even with all the stipulations and all that stuff, they're gonna lose it when they're done, like when they're tired.
Mm-hmm.
With Bianca's ring knowledge and everything, she's gonna prepare Jade for whatever Jade doesn't know. I don't doubt that for a second. I think we said it best the other day. They're gonna lose the titles when they are tired of working with each other and they turn on each other, and that's it. I don't care who you put on the other side, because it's the EST and equivalent. Like, you're basically fighting 2 Biancas or 2 Jades. Like, there's no... They'll be there until they're tired. And I think the one thing I will say is I think they'll make their opponents look really good.
There's no doubt of that.
I think they'll make it look like it's gonna go the other way. But then you'll hear a girl, Spirit. And then they're gonna come up, they're gonna kick them, and then we'll keep it pushing, because again, they're not losing them until they're ready, or somebody gets hurt or something. Like,
there you go. I mean, that's exactly it.
And she was even hurt, and they didn't lose them. Come on now, get it together.
And I'm not sure the whole rookie card can really be played as much on Jade Cargill now at this stage, because we saw during the storyline where they were having to defend with Bianca essentially working with one leg, Jade had no problem carrying that match. They're tough enough to beat one-on-one by themselves, but we've also said previously that, every tag team seems to have that one weak link, or that one person that you would just feel more in favor of. You feel like you're better set up to win if that one person's in the ring. I'm not sure the Jade Bianca team has one.
You want to get hit with hair? No? I can think you go to Jade. Do you want to get...
With anything else?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you not want? That's the better way to go.
I'm back. So I feel let's kind of switch gears, and let's go to Alba and Isla. First of all, I'm glad they're back. Second of all, I could see why the match would... I could see why they would be placed in this match, and I hate to say it's because of where they're going to be, but it's where they're going to be, and
got to play to the home crowd.
Exactly. For me, we're gonna switch again, and we're gonna go to Shayna and Zoey. After Shayna got her ass beat by little old Shake My Booty Lola, I hope she got fire up underneath her, and I hope she brings that fire to the ring, and her and Zoey do what they have to do to win the titles. Not saying that I'm pulling for them, but I'm not saying I'm not pulling for them. I'm just saying, after you got beat that badly, you need a win. You need something.
She got a win.
Win where?
She won on Raw the next night.
She tapped that girl. Well, she knocked that girl out.
Embarrassed when, essentially a person that she defined as you'd be shaking your ass on a street corner and she came in and beat you in essentially your own game. It can't be settling well for someone like, Shayna Baszler. So you do wonder if that is something that, like you said, is going to light that fire back under her. And it'll certainly motivate Zoey's level, because Zoey is always looking for that next one-upsmanship. So you wonder, also adding in the chaos that that Alba and Isla and the home crowd are going to bring, is this possibly the perfect storm, no pun intended, against the current champions?
I'm just saying, after what I witnessed from here at the house while y'all were in muggy, hot Las Vegas.
Good Lord, you ain't kidding there.
I feel like she needs to bring that heat from Vegas to Scotland and whip that ass, as Keith Lee would say.
Keep that shit there. That shit was
I don't know what to say besides, again, Alyssa's right. Bianca and Jade they're gonna retain those titles as long as they want to. They're technically going to be like Gunther, Roman. Those are the two off the top of my head that I can. Dragon. Ilya,
That's how
my
you
bad,
do it.
my bad. The Mad Dragon. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna retain those titles as long as they want to. And injured or not injured, you're gonna have to literally KO them to get them out of play. And I don't think that's
for real.
You're gonna have to knock them out. Knock them out and make sure you get them good. Because if you don't, they get up, they're gonna whoop you.
Yeah.
With hair and hands and
even though they don't get to go first on this one, I really don't think there's much mystery to any of our picks on this one. Because guess what? Your boy gets to go first!
You just don't know how to act, do you?
Hey, it may be the only chance I get. I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Apparently we're getting guests. So now a second guest has joined the party.
He just don't know how to act with this little win that he got. All right.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take him wherever I can. But I'm going to side with the crowd here. To me, Bianca and Jade are going to carry that division and carry the tag team titles up until they decide they don't want to be champions, or whenever they decide they're going to pull the trigger that everyone is expecting they're going to pull, and that is eventually, Jade Bianca being the WrestleMania main card. I just feel like, again, Alba and Isla are here for the reasons that, are obvious. And I do feel that Shayna and Zoey, put up a good challenge against them. I don't think that this is the last time we're going to see these two particular teams go at it. But I do feel like it just adds a little bit of air to it. But having the ability to have Bianca and Jade on both shows is just too valuable right now. So I've got the ladies retaining. Alyssa?
Retain. It's not
Bianca, Jade.
My head is saying Bianca and Jade. My heart is saying Shayna and Zoey. So I'm going to have to follow the crowd. Now, I'm going to be real mad if that's the exact opposite, and then I'm going to just be mad at myself. But Bianca and Jade.
All right.
Retention.
And again, the picks are available on the community page. We saw one that switched up, just before the bell rung at Battleground. It was real close between Lola and Shayna, and then it kind of shifted off towards the end there and ultimately cost the OTRA a point because they had Lola at the beginning, and then they shifted away and went to Shayna, and so, every vote matters, every vote counts, so definitely make sure you take the time to jump in there. But let's move to match number 2. Let me throw the little timer back on here again. But this one is for the Intercontinental Championship, as we are seeing probably the most heated rivalry that we have on WWE TV right now, playing itself out in what will be the third and likely final installment of this storyline trilogy, as Sami Zayn once again will put the Intercontinental Championship on the line against former friend, former ally, now turned very bitter rival, Chad Gable of Alpha Academy. Now, Gable has honestly taken on this heel role that he was, a lot of people said he couldn't be able to play up. And to me, he's done immaculate with it. He has absolutely made you seethe every single time that you see him step out. And you see poor Otis, and you see poor Maxine out there with them. Tozawa looking scared out of his mind, and you know this isn't right. You know this isn't how he normally acts, and what they signed up for when they joined Alpha Academy. But at the end of the day, they had a very good segment on Raw where Sami went backstage after he was destroyed by Otis the second time, and Otis explained it like, I had everything years ago. I had Mandy Rose. I had the Money in the Bank briefcase. I had my friend Tucker. I had, baby brother. I had it all. And I lost everything because I didn't have direction. I didn't have anybody to point my talents in the right direction. So even though Gable may have, lost his way personally, he has direction and he has something that I need right now. And that's why I continue to follow him, even though I know it's not right. And even though, Sami, you are my friend. So, Kia, we'll start with you on this one. But, does Otis's words on this, is this going to be a situation where the ends are going to justify the means?
When it comes to Otis, he had everything. He really did. He just, like he said, he didn't have direction. And with not having direction, I mean, where are you going to go if that's the case? Now, Gable, on the other hand, when it first got started, was the perfect direction. He literally has been a tag champ with Jason Jordan and a few others that I cannot remember. But he seemed like he had direction. He seemed like he knew where he was wanting to go and what he was wanting to do. And he did it. And now he had a group of people that actually would listen to him, starting with Otis. And then after Otis joined, then Maxine joined because she needed a direction. And then Tozawa, he needed a direction. So, I mean, it made sense in the beginning. And now for me, I feel like, yeah, it grinds my gears that Gable is the way he is. But, I mean, if he wasn't doing his part as a character or portraying a character, then he wouldn't be doing, it wouldn't be the best that he could give. Now, every time I see this situation, I feel bad for them. But like Sami kind of stated, until you're ready to actually let go of what's going on, you can't really be helped. And Sami, bless his heart, did the same thing for Jay, tried to do the same thing for Jimmy in the Bloodline. He is, if Sami's going to be one thing, he's going to help. He's going to be helping or he's going to be forgiving. That's one or two things you could say about Sami outside of you knock him down, he's getting back up. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get their act together to actually hear Sami out. It took Jay a little hot minute, and you see Jay now doing his own thing. So he finally wised up. When's it going to take them? When are they going to wise up? When are they going to get their stuff together? And when are they going to stop following Master Gable or whatever he decides he wants to call himself on any given week?
Alyssa?
Okay. I mean, all I'm saying is y'all need to grow a backbone. I get it, y'all are scared or whatever in storyline. At the end of the day, you know right from wrong. And if this person has gone, like, the way I look at it is, okay, they were giving you guidance. Say your cousin is giving you guidance. If your cousin jump off a bridge, you jumping off the bridge too?
Yes!
Have fun. See you in the next one. Not me. I'm jumping. I'm going the other way. You want to jump, that's fine. Hope you got a parachute. Hope to see you later. But if not,
see you in a minute.
You had a good run.
Just a good pair of Nikes, a pair of shoes.
Yeah, for real. You had a good run. I won't see you in a minute because I'm not jumping with you.
Oh, I know. I'm not jumping. We're going the other direction.
We're going over there.
We're walking away from the bridge.
I guess that's just me. That could just be me. But no, when stuff start going
sideways,
I'm going to have to evaluate the situation and regroup.
First of all, it's three of y'all.
Because at this stage, you've been with him for years. What have you learned? Do you need guidance or do you need a handhold?
Ooh, that's a good thought.
But, we're gonna be
and a lot of people are saying, the end has to justify the means because everybody thought that the story that Sami went on to defeat Gunther to win the championship in the first place. Everyone, including us here on the show, assumed that was going to be Gable's WrestleMania moment. So how much of this also is him feeling like the moment that was meant for him now isn't his anymore? And I wonder how much of that is fueling Gable in this particular instance. But this is also going to be his third attempt at the title, and I've said it very publicly on many a show before this. Episode 73 of Top Rope Spoilers, by the way. Little side note there. We'll hit 100 like middle to later part of next year. Like we're really moving along. But you look at a situation like that and you say, and I've said it publicly that if you get 3 shots at a championship and you can't get it done, then at that point you can't sit here and complain anymore. Yeah. At this stage, Gable, it's put up or shut up time this time. Either find a way to get it done with or without Otis, with or without Tozawa, with or without Maxine, or any combination of the above. But if you can't get it done this time, at this point you need to roll.
My thing with that, it's 3 of y'all against this one little man. How y'all ain't going? And Otis, you a big boy. How you ain't just gonna bulldoze him and be done with it? I mean,
he has, but he won't. How much will Otis be able to help in this instance? We move to our picks though. Alyssa, you're up first.
This one's a head and heart. But honestly, why have Chad win some but not others? Like when it doesn't count, he wins. When it does count, he doesn't win. So I'm thinking, it's like, is there going to be interference? Oh yes. I'll go Chad.
Chad? Okay. Keith?
Chad gets it done. You can't keep talking shit.
Is this you said it was his third go round, right?
This is his third shot at the title. Although, with respects, the first one was a triple threat. Because you had Bronson Reed involved in the story as well.
I feel like Sami's going to find a way to come back and actually... I feel like it's going to work one of two ways. It's going to either favor Sami or it's going to favor Chad or it's going to hurt one or the other. I feel like there will be interference, but who's going to run interference? Is it going to be Tozawa, Maxine, or Otis? And who is it going to help or hurt? Me, on the other hand, I feel like there's a potential that it could hurt Sami, but again, Sami has always been like, bounce back, I'm not going to let you, whoop me. I'm going to go with Sami to figure out a way to retain. I mean, they've beat him up, they've taken him out, I mean, across the board. I just don't think he's going to lose that title. That title is his to lose and his to keep. But... Very,
very astute all the way. The Zoe, thank you so much for the rose. We appreciate that. Anytime, hey, we're trying to run support here, so we appreciate it. I gotta go Sami to retain here. I think Otis is the linchpin behind this, and I think that he's been fine with himself getting abused because he even told his story on Raw that it's been about he wants to be better, he needs direction. But you saw on Raw the change in attitude that immediately moved him the moment Maxine was targeted. The moment all of a sudden Gable targeted Maxine and she got hurt, Otis immediately turned back into the person that was defending Mandy Rose a couple of years ago. Yeah. I think he sees Mandy in Maxine, maybe not to the love storyline. That's our dryer, sorry y'all. And I think that as long as he is the disrespect, he's willing to put up with it as long as it is not directed at Maxine. I think the moment it becomes about her, Otis is going to either turn on Gable or just say, I'm done, and we're all done at that stage. And I think without his academy behind him, I don't think that he can carry this. So I think that ultimately Otis is going to make his decision, and I see him favoring the positive sides, favoring Maxine, favoring Tozawa. So I like Sami retaining here. But that's just me. Either way. Hey, that's our first rose since joining TikTok, by the way. So, hey, we're making like 3 cents off this episode, so go us. But anyway, thank you so much again for that. Let's move to pick number 3. And this one will be one that Kia will get to start the run here, but it is for the WWE Women's Championship off of the blue brand, as the role model, Bayley, will have an opportunity to defend her championship against Piper Niven. Now, 2 nights from now on SmackDown, Bayley will have to go one-on-one with Chelsea Green. And I can't do it justice. Sorry, Samantha. But, I'm going to be sad if Samantha ends up going. Just a little side note there, because I will miss that part of her entrance. But anyway, again, this is very similar to the Alba Isla situation where you know why Piper's here. However, the main difference between this match and the one with Alba and Isla have been virtually non-existent in the women's division for the last, several months. But Piper has been right there front and center every step of the way, including her and Chelsea Green holding the same tag titles that Bianca and Jade currently hold on to. So it's not like she's just magically reappeared and, and it's all of a sudden, I'm here because, it's in Scotland or, it's in the UK. No, Piper's been here. And Piper absolutely told her story to Bayley saying, I saw you at the Mae Young Classic in 2017 and 2018. She says, I've been catering and winning championships around the world since 2008. Yeah. You don't know my story, but after this Saturday, everyone will know my story. So, Bayley, all about the respect factor, but I think Piper also is walking into this one with a little bit of a chip on her shoulder, especially with the fact that Bayley, despite being the face in the story, is likely going to be the one booed in this building with Piper Niven being the challenger.
Chill. All I'm going to say is I saw
We're putting that on a t-shirt. That's her new quote now.
All I saw was a different type of fire come out of her when she was sitting there saying, "You don't know my story. You haven't seen everything. You started seeing me in 2017. I've been doing this for years." I was like, dang, girl, bring the passion in. Bring that experience out then. We see you, fam. Like, dang. You ain't have to do her like that, first of all. You ain't have to call her out like that. But, I mean, don't disrespect my 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
Don't discredit my 9 years just because you saw me then. Girl, anyway. But I think, child. Let me think about it. Hold on. It's good. But yeah, I think it's hot. I'm so sorry.
Turn on the fan.
I'm talking.
Well, then keep turning on the fan while Alyssa's talking.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I've seen a different side of her. Thank you so much. I've seen a different side of her in this little, pro, and I'm just like, dang, is Piper gonna, get a shot for real?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like this is gonna be way closer than I'm thinking. Because I'm like, in my brain, it's always current champion just retains because I'm used to Roman. So it's like, you just retain. Now I'm sitting here like, oh, wait.
Spoiled.
I'm like, wait, I really have to think about these threats. Like, are they going to do, really in my brain, I'm like, are they going to do Piper and Drew dirty? Are they both going to make them go home and be like, nope, yeet? Would they do that?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I was like, would they do that? They might.
Did we not watch Clash 2 years ago? Yes.
I mean, but that was Roman.
Bye ball.
Either way. Sorry.
We have the Braves on the TV. Olsen just launched one.
Okay, well, since we're gonna talk about how not Chelsea, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. We're talking about how Piper came for Bayley. What you didn't have to do, and as much as I don't like the hugger, I don't like the hugger persona. I love Hill Bayley. I am crazy about Hill Bayley, but she came for the hugger persona. She's like, while you were being friendly and you were being handing out hugs and everything else, as the hugger, I was over here doing my thing.
I was going around the world winning championships.
We got this type of fire hot over here. Look at this. Look at this fire the dragon's about to breathe. That's what Piper brought.
I was like,
whoosh.
Crazy.
With all respect to Bayley and what Piper said, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry to Izzy. Sorry to Savannah. That shit was funny.
It was.
I was like,
it was.
I had to take my glasses off. I was like, wait.
But you have to understand. Again, with all respect, I love Hill Bayley. I don't think she could be I don't think she could be what it was. Hugger Bayley, great for the kids, great for PG, but we need PG-13, and that's what Piper was bringing with these comments. PG-13, I swear to God, if she kept going, it was going to be rated R, and those words were going to be right for Bayley. But, can I also state one more thing? Why y'all keep putting Piper with these little women? You did it with Eve, now you're doing it with Chelsea. Let the girl be solo, do her thing, run through these small women, including the people they keep putting with you, and squash them, and move the hell on. I am sick of it.
Alyssa up here has been mad since
Queen of the Ring
3 years ago, having Zelina go over Dewdrop at the time. She's been ticked since. That's a big girl defending the other big girls.
And my thing is, I didn't get mad until the whole Dewdrop thing. Like, y'all just couldn't leave her with Piper. Y'all had to.
Piper sounds so much better.
You know what?
It does.
To Eva Marie, who's not here again. You didn't have to do her like that with Dewdrop. Thank you for...
You should have done a drop on her. And that's all I'm going to say. Let's get to these picks.
Ooh, we can't top that. May as well. The timing worked out perfect, too. Kia, you're up first on this one. Bayley, but that tells you also just how much respect that we've got for Piper here as well, because we like Bayley. But yet we spent 4.5 of the 5 minutes talking about Piper.
So I'm going to kind of spoil one of my other picks.
No.
I feel like, they need to let Drew go home again and not carry that title out. But I hope they don't disrespect Piper because, again, Piper has been here every step of the way for the last 9, 10, 11 years. She has, like, literally been working, busting her butt, been put with people I don't feel like she needs to be put with. And she has been where you need her. NXT, SmackDown, Raw. She has given you everything she gives. And she looks cute coming out in her outfits. Period. Pookie. So, we gonna say Piper. And I swear to God, if Chelsea decides to run interference, I'm going to squash her myself.
Good grief.
You got beluga splashes coming from all
Beluga!
Do not fight with us.
Well, I mean, I hate the fact that Kia kind of stole my thunder here because that's exactly where I was heading as well.
I'm sorry.
I'm going on nothing more than a gut feeling here, but I really do feel like the storyline with Drew is going to ultimately play a role in this one. And I think everybody's expecting, Drew's going to be the one that's going to get the moment. I don't know why Bayley, her entire persona over the last couple of years has been putting people who are deserving over. Just because you're holding the title now doesn't mean that stops. And nothing says that Bayley couldn't win the title back in the rematch at Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, or you put it on a bigger champion, but then a cash-in opens up the door for Piper Niven to be able to do it. But let's also remember who's running things now in the storylines. It was Vince that was given the name Dewdrop over there to Piper, but now you've got H running things again, and he has always been big behind Piper Niven. I think behind the home crowd, and I think just enough Bayley to be able to push this match to look fantastic, but I'm going to take a title change here too. I'm going Piper Niven.
I'm excited to see what she's going to wear because for a big girl, she wears her weight and her clothes well, and she looks fucking cute. Excuse my language. She looks cute.
Alyssa?
Okay. Yeah. I like Piper here too. She's done what you needed her to do. She's gone with the little people. She sat there and played bodyguard. She sat there and she's played secondary. She's done everything you need her to do. We need to come on and bring that fire, and we need to come on and show why she was whooping behind since 2009. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't fumble the ball. Do what you know needs to be done.
That is squish.
That is correct.
Okay, just go ahead and preface this. Triple H, if you fumble this ball, we're going to have a conversation and an in-person conversation because the Drew thing, I'm fine with you fumbling the ball on that one. This one, do not.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that, in front of the UK crowd, they won't give both. But this is one where, this isn't Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley at Backlash last year, where Zelina was the hometown favorite, but there truly was no actual threat that Rhea was going to lose that championship. Again, they would make Zelina look fantastic. I sat at that match. I was there in Puerto Rico. But this one gives off all the vibe of one that says, no, let's give Piper a run.
I think you'd be doing a disservice if you didn't. Because that girl has done everything you have asked her to do. Y'all named her Dewdrop.
If you're not going to put the title on Piper, then the only other end game I could see from this match is this is where her run with Chelsea ends. And now you make her a threat similar to that of Queen Nia now over on SmackDown. You make her that legitimate power threat also over there. Also, what about a Piper Nia team? Can you imagine the two of them as a team?
I feel like it would be like EST and Storm, the ES Stormiest or whatever. I feel like that would be it. My question is, to Triple H and to the writers and producers, the last time Drew tried to go for a championship, he fumbled the ball by not leaving the ring with that title. Is that going to happen again?
Well, we'll find out in about 10 minutes because we've still got one match before that one. Because, of course, with it being in the UK, the full expectation is that Priest and Drew is going to main event, which means not main eventing for the first time in an eternity is going to be the I Quit match for the Undisputed WWE Championship between the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the current champion, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now, Styles ultimately pulling a Mark Henry. He did everything except put on the salmon-colored suit. But he did the same hand motions. They did the same hurrah. Got all the respect. And then boom, clothesline. And boom, off the steps.
I'm trying to figure out.
How did... Everyone in the world saw this coming.
No, clearly they didn't, because if you look at social media, oh my god, I can't believe that. How can you not? If you're a wrestling fan, you should have saw that coming.
Well, new wrestling fan.
But Alyssa may have not saw it. I saw it from a mile away. I'm like, there's no way.
First of all, let me go ahead and recover that comment.
I was going to say, I didn't see Mark Henry. So
Alyssa deep down being
my niggas.
There you go. There you go. I feel like every person, including
I gotta hit that check box when I'm doing the things
I
now.
feel like
Thanks.
Including Alyssa, she
There's went our monetization for this one. There went that rose. There are 3 cents. Thanks, Alyssa. You heard it. She did it.
We as people.
Point the other way.
We as people. We saw that swerve coming. Okay, we saw.
She's the ghost from Transylvania. Just little glasses. Oh, I can't look.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just piggyback off that comment. You may not have seen the Mark Henry situation back in the day, but your stinks could have told you, hey, this is about to happen. Scream at the TV, get his attention. It's just like, how do you not see that coming? Everybody saw it coming. I don't care if you're a new wrestling fan or not. You saw it. You could feel it. If you couldn't see it, you had to feel it. But my thing with that is that was a nice suit. His hair was nice, and then you knew when the Good Brothers came in, there was gonna be some shenanigans.
Sure.
But
is she? Y'all vote in the comments, okay? Is Alyssa allowed to talk for the rest of the segment? Y'all let me know what you think.
Of course.
Because I was gonna say, I don't know. She's maybe costing us. She's costing us money now at this point.
Really? No, she's value entertainment.
Now,
here.
on the flip side of it, let's talk about Cody, though. Cody has been exactly what you would expect a face WWE champion to be. He's appeared on every show. He's signed every autograph. He signed every piece of paper. He's hugged every wife. He's kissed every baby. Whatever every politician, goes out there and does. But he has been the face of the WWE, which is exactly what you would expect Cody to be if you're the one that is going to be honored with the fact of you'll be the one to end the run of Roman Reigns. And I've been saying for a while that I think that all the roads, no pun intended, are going to eventually lead back to Roman. However, you look at his storyline with AJ Styles, which I can spit out from Kia here, a couple of Southern Georgia boys. Everybody was like, when are these two ever going to face each other? And they've always even said themselves they've walked parallel paths, but somehow have never run into each other. When Styles was showing up, Cody was on his way out. And when AJ was hurt, Cody was coming back in. And it just seemed like their paths were never destined to cross somehow until now. But, AJ also making it very clear with this story that he doesn't have time to wait in line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, he's 45? 43?
I think he's 44.
Something like that. Well, I nailed it. I'm in the middle. Median age. Learn your math. But I mean, he understands that he's at the tail end of his career, and the opportunities to be able to be the top champion of WWE as well as any promotion at this stage, they're running low on him at this stage.
He's 47.
He's 47.
Woo!
We were not giving him enough credit. First of all, I hope I look that good at 47. I'm shaped more like Otis than AJ, but there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Joe Coffey.
Hey,
Joe Coffey.
Oh yes.
Stop doing yourself like that.
You know what? We saw Joe Coffey at Battleground, and body-wise, I look just like him. I just need a little more hair, but that's about it. And this is getting ready to go here in a minute.
I grew some hair. I'd look like Joe Coffey.
I would look like Joe Coffey.
Went flying across the ring, and I was like, I hope not. But, we'll take it. We'll take it. Rah-rah.
Now, real quick, because we've eaten up all the time in here, also adding in the I quit stipulation. Of course, this isn't going to be pinfall. Essentially, you have to do not just submission, but the ultimate submission, which is you have to make a person get hurt or injured or damaged to the point to where they decide the WWE Championship is not worth it anymore for me to do it. And of course, as per the history of the I Quit match, no rematches to the person that says I quit. So if Styles wins, Cody doesn't get his obligatory rematch or anything else. Like, the winner of this one, this story is done when this one is finished. So
I feel like, and excuse me for kind of jumping the line or whatever.
Bump.
I feel like Roman, and yes, I'm going to say this for what it is, and hope to have you back soon because, yeah, I feel like Roman and the final boss, The Rock, and Bloodline have prepared Cody. You remember all the mass beatings Cody was getting? He was prepared. He was prepared. Roman and the Bloodline and the family, they prepared him for this. The slap that Rock did, the shedding of the blood against the bus, getting thrown all around. I don't think Cody's going to say, I quit. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. What do you want me to look at?
Who's on the TV? Kimbrel.
Oh, hey, Kimbrel. I don't
She
think
loves
that's
Kimbrel.
I don't think that's going to affect him. I think if anything, I need him to channel all that craziness he went through with the bloodline, and I need him to let that fire fuel him to take down AJ Styles.
Go.
Oh, by the way, that is my pick.
Even though she officially picks last on this one.
I mean,
But either way, I mean, it doesn't change things. I got to go Cody to retain on this one. Cody gives off all the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era John Cena, where this is a match built for him to basically be untouchable. Cody's not going to quit. Cody's not going to end up in a position where he can do it. You know, the OC's going to likely be there and going to likely get involved, but Cody will somehow, some way continue to be himself and will put AJ Styles in a position where it's not worth it anymore. I've got Cody retaining.
I've got Cody to retain as well.
Any particular reason?
No.
No particular reason. This is why she's the best color analyst in the game. She also might be scared to talk right now. Can you just make it official?
Yes, Cody to retain.
But you like AJ though, so this is I'm surprised this is going to be one where you're just going to sit in front of your TV and go.
My love for Cody is way stronger than my like for AJ.
Is what it is. All right, well, let's move on to main event time. Thank you everybody so much for comments and everything else. Like I said, we got one Rose, so hey, it's more than we normally get. You know, maybe we need to talk about Mandy Rose more often. Maybe this is like a Joe Hendry thing. It is in the UK, by the way. Gotta. You knew I was going to get the segment in there somewhere. But anyway, let's move on to our last segment, which is, of course, the main event. And it is for the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. A match that was supposed to happen at the last event, but due to an injury to Drew McIntyre, ultimately took him out of the King of the Ring tournament. But he gets the rematch that he was expected to get due to Damian Priest's cash-in, as Drew McIntyre, in front of his UK crowd for the second time, will go for a world championship against El Campeón of Judgment Day, Damian Priest. Priest, of course, infamously cashing in on Drew McIntyre after 5 minutes and 46 seconds as champion. And, you know, of course, I'm sure that Drew will be making sure that he takes his time to find out if CM Punk will be backstage before this one begins. But anyone that's, you know, not been living under a rock, and obviously anyone taking the time to watch the show, should have enough of their history behind them that knows that when Drew got this big match against Roman Reigns 2 years ago in front of the UK crowd, he ended up coming up short. And he is determined to not allow this story to repeat itself. He claims he's learned his lessons. He's claimed that he has been able to put himself together and ultimately learn from the lessons that the Bloodline put him through the first time. And you also look at Judgment Day, who right now has a lot of pieces in a lot of different directions. You've got Mommy not there. You've got Liv Morgan causing havoc. You don't know where do the loyalties side in terms of Dominic, Finn, and JD while dealing with the Liv Morgan situation. How does Carlito fit into all of this? You know, so Damian has really been trying to hold it together while also trying to look like a champion to the best of his ability, because very similar to AJ Styles, you know, he's up in his years as well, and also is wanting to show that his cash-in is not the reason why he's champion, you know, because we see so many cash-ins where the person wins it but then drops it, you know, 2 weeks later because that was the only way they were going to win the title. You know, Damian doesn't want to be seen that way.
Oh.
T-shirt.
She gonna have 2 T-shirts. She's gonna have
and Chow.
Are they gonna be on the same shirt? Or are they gonna be 2 separate shirts?
Put one on the front,
One on the back. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And you'll have a little marker that you can put how many times I say it for each time.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. Marketing. There you are.
There you go.
No,
Writes
in all
itself.
seriousness,
Keep
though,
those roses coming. We'll send them out to folks.
Ciao. But yeah, in all seriousness though, I've said this the last few times that we've had to pick between Drew and somebody else. Drew is operating on a different level right now. His mic skills are up. That man is funny. When I can come in there and you've got me laughing for real, like, and I'm not talking about a ha ha ha
Kiki.
R-Truth level funny.
ha. If you can make me deep belly laugh, you are funny. He's talking about some burgers on burgers on burgers. And I was just like, dang it, that's your friend, so what would you say about me? But we're going on our business. In all seriousness,
Because
though,
he's his friend that he
Swear.
can say that.
Swear. But either way, Drew has been operating on a different level. Like, Drew has been, again, Mike's skills have been on point. When he's been, did you even mention the fact that he got Judgment Day banned from ringside for this one? So it's like,
That's true.
all the things, like, Drew has been making his way. As many setbacks as he's had with winning the title, losing the title, you know, running his mouth, all that, getting hurt, coming back, he's found a way. And eventually, moles find their way out, you know? So, hey, do your thing, Bookie. Rah-rah.
So again, like you stated with the whole Judgment thing, if they've been banned from ringside, I still feel like for me, that's JD, that's Dom, and Dom probably won't even be there because him and Lou will be off doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
No, that's him and Finn. That's her and Finn.
I don't care what you say. We saw Finn take 2 of those hotel room
either
cards.
way, I don't know where Dom has not been there when he needs to be for a lot of these things for Judgment Day. So it doesn't matter if it's like Dom, Finn, or JD. I don't feel like none of them will be there. Now, on the flip side, Carlito's not really an official member of Judgment Day, so it doesn't stop. He's not banned. They said Judgment Day.
Well, I mean, you got to think. I mean, the Bloodline technically used that rule with Solo. I mean, he wasn't a member yet, so.
But I still feel
I don't know.
Officially, unofficially, he's not a member until Mommy comes back and she does the officiating, whatever. My thing with that is, I saw it 2 years ago, and I saw what Drew went through. I also saw the whole thing at WrestleMania and what happened between him and Priest and that. I don't think he's going to he's not going to let it slide again. I feel like he's going to, and like Alyssa said, his mic skills are up, he's funny, he's literally been doing everything you've asked him to do outside of being injured and coming back and still, trucking along and whatnot. I feel like, for me, Drew is going to find a way. I don't know how that's going to happen. But I feel like Drew is going to find a way, and it's nothing against Damian Priest because he's been a good champ. He has. He's literally done everything he's supposed to do, and is still trying to lead a group. And I can tell you for a guaranteed fact that probably wasn't easy, and he's probably, in the backdrop, I feel like he's getting directions from Rhea on how to still be a champ and how to hold the group down and everything that she had to do before she got injured by Liv. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, either way, I mean, this is Drew's redemption story. His second attempt to try to win a world championship in front of his UK crowd, this time in Scotland. We'll see if he's able to, complete the run this time. Has he learned from his match with Roman in the Bloodline from 2 years ago? And will he be able to get the job done in what is fully expected to be the main event? Of course, you have to wonder about, again, you're correct, Judgment Day is banned from ringside, but is Carlito officially a member? Is Liv Morgan part of this? Again, will she come out here and cause unnecessary conflict? Rhea, you look at CM Punk. I mean, there are a number of different ways this could go that could affect either side. So it is curious to see how this is going to manifest itself, but we do move to the official pick. Alyssa, you are up first on this one.
I like Drew.
He didn't get the moment 2 years ago, so
Exactly. Y'all can't keep doing that man dirty. Especially if he keeps finding his way back. I mean, you can, but you probably shouldn't. But, we're going about our business. I don't get paid to make that call. Y'all do. So do you, bookies.
But we could. Come on. Somebody power the B. We could be paid to do this. Kia?
I like Priest as champ. I think he's been great for the time that he's had the title. But again, I feel like give Drew his roses, give him his flowers. He should. I don't feel like it's going to be given to him. It's earned. So I'm taking Drew for this. I'm taking him and Piper, which, it's kind of a weird twist because...
Twists all around the world.
Yeah.
Watch neither one of them. Hey,
Yaga!
Yoink!
I'm going to be mad.
Yeet!
We'll be sitting there like this. My little 3 little points.
Poor thing. So you're going Drew.
I'm going Drew.
All right.
Please, Drew, do what you gotta do.
I again, this one, has all the feelings right where they need to be. You've got the right main event here. You've got Drew in the situation you wanted to be in, and like Alyssa said, his mic skills have gone up. His comedy he's brought back the fun Drew McIntyre, which is weird because again, he's supposed to be the heel in this story, and yet it's absolutely I like it. She sell there. But either way, you see it and it's just like, and Damian knows full well what he's walking into. He knows full well that when he walks into there, that he is going to have 55, 60, 65,000 people, including Paige and Tanisha, our honorary OTRAs out there with us. So, if you see them, wave to them, but they'll be out there in their OTRA stuff and, getting us some good shots as well. So y'all have fun if you're watching. But it's not like Damian hasn't fallen into this position before. Even though it was in Puerto Rico, he was booed out the door when he faced Bad Bunny at Backlash. So it's not like he has not been in a position where he has absolutely been booed out the door, by people because of just who the opponent is and where it's at. So I don't think the environment is going to bother Damian as much as I think a lot of people think it's going to. Drew is going to put on the show. Drew is going to set things up, but this gives off all the vibe that something sideways is going to happen and Drew is going to get screwed over again. Now, do I think Drew eventually wins the championship? Yes, I do. I do think that's the end game. But I think he needs to be screwed over, whether it's by Punk or because he's been the one who's been telling every other person, go deal with the Liv Morgan situation. Go deal with the Braun Strowman problem. None of those problems have been dealt with. And now let's see if ultimately it will come back in a way that will ultimately decide the outcome of this match. And I do feel like it's going to, in the end, burn Drew more than it will burn Damian. I'm actually going Damian Priest to retain here. I think they're going to put Drew through the burner and through the ringer one more time. But I do think the end game is going to be that Drew will eventually end up with the championship.
Okay.
So, hey, I have the lead. I have the ability to play a little, So, hey, let me go ahead and just give those points right on back, or I'll just move further ahead. Y'all have that blue shell ready.
Banana peel.
Banana peel, that works too. But either way, that wraps up our top rope spoilers for Clash at the Castle. No plate exchange or pour the tea this week unless the ladies want to change something up at the last second, because there are no plates to exchange. The only championship that's changed hands since last week was Kaylani Jordan, my girl, winning the Women's North America Championship, and obviously we don't have that one yet. So we have seen her plates, though, so we might be able to see if we can't get our hands on a copy of those just so we could show off the plates at some stage. But, ladies, I'll hand it to you. Final parting words as we head out the door.
Ice cream.
We're just happy that we'll be able to watch it now for real.
That's true. Their work schedule changed to allow them to be able to be here.
Ice cream. Gelato.
I thought it was Chili's. I thought it was Chili's cake. As you can see, there's about to be a dessert conversation. You'll notice all of our shows always come back to food. You notice this, right? We need more roses. We need more stuff so that way we can be able to afford dinner tonight.
Yeah, my back is loaded up
with snacks and different foods. Good God, it's time to go, y'all.